Hey, what's going on everybody? It's your pal here, Korbis. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at all the MP submachine guns in Rainbow Six Siege, and we're going to be comparing all of them, including Valkyrie's new MPX. Which one should you choose? That's what we're going to get into next. So let's head straight into some gameplay, and let's talk about which one you should pick. First, an up-close look at the MP5, which is a weapon from Rook and Doc. You can choose them in the GIGN CTU on defense. This weapon has 33 damage, 800 fire rates, mobility 45, and capacity 30. So it's a good overall weapon, not a ton of recoil, but, you know, it just depends on your loadout. So let's get straight into some gameplay so you guys could see how it works. Alright, so I'm in a private match, so we can see how this works. As you can see, the recoil is a little more extreme than it shows on the thing, on the loadout menu, but if you can learn to control the burst fire, it turns out to be a really great weapon. I like to ride it with an ACOG and a foregrip, so you know, it kind of helps with the recoil, but you know, it just depends on how you want to play it. So let's look at it in burst fire and single shot mode next. Alright, so as we can see here, full auto definitely does have more recoil than it shows, so now we're going to go to burst fire, and as you can see, if I'm coming around a corner, burst fire actually works pretty good, but single shot, I mean, if you're trying to snipe, single shot is going to be what you want to go with. It's not going to do as much damage, but really this is a game all about headshots, so yeah, let's get straight into the next gun. The next MP model we have is the MP5k. I like to ride it with a holographic sight and a compensator. No need for an underbarrel attachment. This weapon does 31 damage, it has a fire rate of 800, same as the MP5. Its mobility is 45 and its capacity is 30. The only thing that changed with this weapon is its recoil, which is very minimum, and its damage, which is -2. So let's get straight into some gameplay so you can see it next. Alright, now with Mute's abilities for his MP5k, Mute is very powerful, but he's more of an operator that needs to stay in the room. Plus with this recoil pattern, you get very straightforward shots. So he has a loadout that is designed for you to be more in the room type. Plus with that 2 armor, you kind of got that skill. So let's show some more shooting gameplay so you guys can kind of get a feel for it. Now, the recoil pattern, you can see it all pretty much stays in the same spot, so when you're firing at a target, that 2 damage sometimes kind of helps, because it just makes it an overall better weapon when you're firing straight forward. I mean, it feels nicer, and it allows you to get straightforward kills, especially if you're aiming straight towards the chest or in the neck area. You're going to get a kill faster than with the MP5. So let's get into the next weapon. Alright, a look at the next weapon is the MP7. It does 36 damage, it has a fire rate of 750, a mobility of 45, a capacity of 30, and a recoil pattern that isn't as extreme as it looks. And you know, it's a great overall weapon, so we're gonna get straight into the gameplay. I like to ride it with a red dot sight and a compensator. It already comes with a foregrip built in, so let's go straight into some gameplay. Alright, now we are just shooting the weapon to show you the recoil pattern. It can have a lot of recoil extensively over time. You know, it's a little extreme at that point. But for the most part, if you could control it with the semi-automatic, fire burst, whatever you want to do, it makes for a much better weapon because you can be precise. We're going to go into some more gameplay so you guys can kind of get a feel for what this is going to be like in action. Alright, so if we were to pretend that we were in some gameplay, you could see that this operator makes a great roaming operator with 1 armor. He's very fast and mobile. When you learn to control it, you can get that like really close recoil pattern if you don't just let it keep going up and down. And you could snipe, it just depends on your style of gameplay. So it's a really great overall weapon for Bandit. Let's get straight into the next gun now. Alright, finally Valkyrie's MPX, which is a great MP model type submachine gun. I love it. I ride it with the holographic sight and the compensator, never mind, the flash hider, that's what I meant to say. It does 32 damage, a fire rate of 970, mobility of 45, and a capacity of 30, so it's more like a P90. And its recoil is pretty good as well, so let's get straight into some gameplay so you guys can see it in action. Alright, as we can see, the MPX is a great overall weapon. Once again, it works more like Doc and Rook's P90, as we can see in the recoil pattern. It's almost as extreme as the MP7. I feel like it's a little less, maybe because I have the foregrip and the flash hider. But like the rest of the guns, it has a burst fire and selective one-shot mode, so it works really great in that form if you want to snipe. Very close recoil pattern. Alright, I think considering that Valkyrie is a 2-armor operator, she's basically meant for holding down the objective. Her ability can help the roamers, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's a roamer. So, you know, this gun really complements her holding down the objective style. It's pretty precise. I like to ride it with the holographic and the foregrip and the flash hider, as you can see. And you can learn to control that recoil quite easily. So yeah, it just depends on your play style on how you're going to use this operator. Alright, that's about it. I would have to say the best weapons are going to be the MPX and the MP5k. One has a lot of recoil, but a high rate of fire, which is the MPX, and then the MP5k has really controllable recoil, which is really user-friendly to newer players. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!